Hello and welcome to Prime at 9. I'm Naomi Kigon. Now the news in detail. In a major development in the Sidhu Musewala death case, the Punjab police have detained Sachin Taban, the person who was exchanging calls with gangster Goldie Brar. Sachin Taban has been detained in Azerbaijan. Sachin Taban, the person exchanging calls with Goldie Brar, is detained in Azerbaijan with support from the government of India, said DGP Punjab Gaurav Yadav. The authorities' combined efforts are there to provide justice to the family, said Yadav.
Some support मिलिया ते उत्थे legal process चल रहा है. We are very hopeful कि यह मुलजिम जिहड़ा हैगा very soon he will be brought to India to face justice. ते पंजाब दे चीफ मिनिस्टर साहब दे सख्त हिदायतां हैगियां कि गैंगस्टर्स नूं गैंगस्टर रिलेटेड क्राइम्स ते ऊपर पूरा क्रैकडाउन कीता जावे. We are committed to deliver justice in the Sidhu Musewala case.
The Supreme Court on Tuesday said that it would begin on September 13 the final hearing in the matter relating to the constitutional validity of reservations of the economically weaker section in higher education and issues of public employment on the basis of financial conditions. The constitutional validity of the 103rd Amendment Act 2019, which enabled the state to make reservations in higher education and matters of public employment on the basis of economic criteria alone, will be the first matter to be examined by a 5-judge bench led by Chief Justice of India U.U. Lalit. A 5-judge bench headed by Chief Justice U.U. Lalit said that the Janhit Abhiyan case will be the lead matter now. After Assam's disclosure on terror module, the Border Security Force is coordinating with the state police and other agencies on the jihadi issue as the local police are dealing with the law and order. Several arrests have been made in Assam as police have intensified its crackdown against alleged jihadi elements in the state. In Meghalaya, BSF, state police and other agencies are monitoring the situation. BSF Inspector General Meghalaya Frontier Inderjit Singh Rana said, in the hinterland, local police are working on this subject and BSF is actively supporting them. While the Meghalaya government is keeping a close watch on various movements in the state after neighbouring Assam's Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said Assam is becoming a hotbed of Islamic fundamentalists. The Border Security Force has increased its vigil as several internal meetings have been conducted in this regard.
We have a lot of meetings, coordination meetings, and different agencies they bring out the subject, and basically local police is dealing with the law and order, and the further details you can ask from the local police.
No, but how can the
international border is dynamic in nature? It's a mountainous terrain full of forest. Lot of rivers and rivulets are existing in Meghalaya with Bangladesh. A lot of gaps are existing. Anybody can use that. I am not saying though, anybody can use that, but still we are trying our best to plug those gaps.
Meghalaya Urban Affairs Minister Sneo Palang Thar said that the department will submit the blueprint related to the proposal for relocation of 342 families of Sweepers Colony on August 31. Speaking to reporters, Thar said in a meeting has been called by the chairman of the high-level committee, Preston Taisong, who is also Deputy Chief Minister, and after that they will finalize. Recently, there was a protest against the government's move to allot 3 acres of land near RB Chest Hospital for relocation of the Sweepers Colony residents. Thar, however, said there is some reaction, but as a government, they are not going to do against the will of the people. He said the government will take everybody on board before taking a final call on the relocation of the said residents. The minister also urged all concerns to refrain from playing politics on the issue.
Only shift to the office here, to the temporary office which has been given by the GAD. Now we are functioning from there on the municipal, not from the old building anymore. No, just yet we are here to complete the final report. Just like everybody is waiting now. We are trying our best.
Thank you.
So as a government, we are not going to go against the wills of the people. So therefore, we are trying to take everybody on board. That is one reason it takes time. So hopefully, we'll be able to solve it in very soon. Yes, because of all these things happening, so therefore, government has to examine carefully in order not to harm anybody.
department?
Again, we'll have a meeting, yes. Called by the chairman of the high level committee, Deputy Chief Minister.
A meeting of the Mizoram Council of Ministers conducted today passed that under the Mizoram Liquor Prohibition Draft Rules 2022, grapes produced in Mizoram can be processed and used for sacramental purposes and beverages, but the sale of other liquor is strictly prohibited. The Council also took various decisions in other matters such as dearness allowance for teacher. The meeting decided that under the Home Department, 20 posts for the recruitment of police personnel shall be passed for Zokautar, Kaubui Chua and Zorinpui immigration checkpost, and that 34 head constable operator post of the MBRO shall be promoted to assistant sub-inspectors. The District Planning and Development Board of Seminyu District met on August 30 in the DC's conference hall. Advisor for Animal Husbandry, Veterinary Science and Women Development R. King and Deputy Commissioner Dr. Zaze Kolechuzi presided over the meeting. After a review of the previous meeting, the board adopted and resolved in principle to name a wild stage commonly known as Deshon in Rengma dialect as a district's animal, realizing the need to conserve this wild species which is predominantly available in the region. The board also discussed the poor internet services in the district. BSNL and aerial services utilized in the banks and other government establishments remain almost dead for 3 to 4 months together, thereby affecting banking and utility services. Therefore, the board has put on record to again write to the telecom services for immediate restoration of their services. The TBDP appreciated Cape Communication Seminyu Town for making Railtel broadband services available in the district. It is the only alternative internet connectivity in the district headquarters.
Like earlier article about the medical Ayushman Bharat and plus also, but I would not like to go everything in detail. But it's only a gist that how our district is doing, and now how many we have received, how we are lagging behind the other district. Beneficiaries are able to avail the opportunity. So it is we I should say we are the finance of the district. Irrespective of where we are, maybe high status or low status, it may be like from any department, but it is our burden duty that we communicate this kind of schemes to our beneficiaries.
A team of officials from the World Bank is currently in Nagaland on a 4-day visit in connection with a project called Enhancing Landscape and Ecosystem Management Project. In his keynote address at a program today at Hotel Vivor in Kohima, Y. Gikedo Sema, Agriculture Production Commissioner of Nagaland, said the farming community will gain maximum benefit from this project, which is going to be the first project between the World Bank and the Agriculture and Allied Department. The project will involve approximately INR 647 crore, with 80% as the World Bank's share and 20% as the state's share.
The World Bank came to our state. As you may be aware that our state, Nagaland, is perhaps the only state which was formed or created out of a political agreement. And after the statehood and before the statehood, after the statehood, there was no peace in our land. But by the grace of God and with the support of everyone, there is a peace in our state. We are enjoying the fruits of peace for the last more than 15 years. And we feel that this is the right time to invest in the state of Nagaland. New location and the system of cultivation in our state is perhaps not adequately included in any curriculum of any university in our country nor in the world. May I also bring to your kind notice that we cannot stop this zoom and shifting cultivation, but it is of late found that it is not, found to be economically viable nor ecologically sustainable because of the increase of the population.
A meeting of the Core and Technical Support Committee with the World Bank's team has been scheduled for August 30 in the ABC's conference hall in Kohima, scheduled from 10:30 a.m. onwards. The team will also visit the Nagaland GIS and Remote Sensing Center, followed by a meeting with the Agriculture and Allied Departments in the Secretariat Conference Hall. Nagaland Chief Minister Nipirio has announced that the government of the day will pave a way to settle the issue and, if required, the legislators will resign to welcome the decision. On August 30, Rio inaugurated the Lota Tribal Council Hall. Speaking on the Naga political issue, he called for unity. He announced that the government of the day will pave a way to settle the issue and, if required, the legislators will resign to welcome the decision for the welfare and interest of the people. Rio called upon the Lota Hoho, the apex body of the Lota Nagas, and the Chibis to be good guardians of the Lota community. The Chief Minister informed that Woka, which has 4 constituencies, will have the NDPP and the BJP sharing 2 seats each, as the present legislature, Dr. Chumben Muri, 38 Assembly constituency, has now joined the NDPP. The Chief Minister also expressed dismay at the differences among the Lota Baptist Churches Association members. He urged the church leaders of the Lotas to work together with understanding to resolve the issue.
Okay. This is the black Lota Tribal Council Hall. It is identified with our logo. It says Lota Hohogi, that is headquarters Woka. For the welfare of the Lota Naga tribe, this building is inaugurated by Sri Nipirio, Honorable Chief Minister Nagaland, on 30th August 2022 in the presence of Sri Yantago Padon, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister Nagaland. Yes.
Olivi Indian Union Hagigana 16-point agreement signed Kurigana, State Park, Aru State Baikana, into Budi Haigana, Aji. All of education, Aru development, Ahigana, Amakan, Jayas. And most of all, Christianity, Aharigini, Likapura, Aru Niem, Oila head hunting, Kurigana Tagadu, India, Christian Hoigana, Tagadu. And progressive was in Naga society. We are very aggressive, but we are progressive. Naga customary law and procedures. Although administration and civil criminal justice, India modern administration to Ahilibi, our special justice here involving decision according to customary law. The special status is we have a recognized tradition. We have a recognized customary laws. And the guardian of the customary law and the tradition of the Nagas and the community is the apex body of the tribal halls.
Mokokchung District's Party Janda Party today conducted a workshop on good public leadership where Reverend Dr. I. Imkong Jamir of World Aid Mission and writer Aso Imsong were the main resource persons. The Mokokchung District Office also handed out appointment orders to various capacities in the party organization's setup. The resource persons of the workshop, Aso Imsong, speaking on the topic traits and characteristics of a good leader, said that a good leader should have vision, be hardworking, be a good communicator, have a good lifestyle and be humble. The other resource person, Reverend Dr. Imkong Jamir, speaking on the topic roles and responsibilities of a public leader, do's and don'ts, said that a leader should be a motivator, a guide, and a person who garners public support. He should have self-awareness to lead the people.
Saka uji tercerok tang jembir bang, paselan perlongselan jadi nak kerja, Malaysia, anu jadi ipan kerja asal. Bazubuan nong ipan liru tajung, linear sangje ipan liru tajung mesra bunga, pancaklah tambah dongji murglan, singaya paselan je manidak saja. 안홍지 이빨리로 따중 아스더지 가방 동리방 아니 많은 공부가 농 딜라건바
제가 파티 거기 이야 좀 가서 시시지 그야 저쪽으로 말이
这些把人不的心情况，把鸡蛋你那个让是我们么说，上个把鸡蛋你是个，我让更大是点，你送看你我们这种，你送这儿自毛的智商，把人不的心情没重一点。落地是个让我们有把民众网个人嘛，但是吧，人不的心。
Both the resource persons asserted that it was the first time that they were speaking at a leadership workshop organized by a political party. They hoped that it would be a starting point where leaders will learn and lead the people. A candlelight vigil was organized by the POM Students Union of Kohima today at the Old MLA Junction in Kohima, demanding justice for Henry POM, who allegedly died in the custody of Assam police at Siva Sagar in Assam. Candlelight services were conducted demanding justice. The POM Students Union of Kohima strongly condemned the Assam incident and expressed deep concern at law enforcing agencies not paying heed to the fundamental rights of citizens. The union demanded that the authorities immediately constitute a special investigation team to inquire into the death of Henry POM and to ensure that justice is delivered by booking the perpetrators.
Justice! We want justice! We want justice! We want justice!
In a very suspicious manner, the family was informed by the Assam police only after his death. When the family reached the spot, his body was found lying in a corridor of Joy Sagar Civil Hospital, Assam. The POM Students Union strongly condemned the heinous act and is deeply concerned by the inhuman and irresponsible act committed by the law enforcement force, which pay no heed to the fundamental right of the citizen enshrined in the Constitution of India and international human rights law. The POM Students Union Kohima strongly demand the competent authority to immediately constitute this special investigation team, SIT, under the competent investigating officers to inquiry into the mysterious death of Mr. Henry POM and to ensure that timely justice is delivered by booking the perpetrator under the relevant section of the law. The union convey the deepest condolences to the bereaved family members and pray for the departed soul to rest in peace. Justice delay is justice denied. We want justice on behalf of POM Students Union Kohima. Thank you.
A 3-day state-level capacity building program for district master trainers on the ECCE and FLN organized by the Samagra Shiksha Nagaland in collaboration with the SCERT got underway today. The training program aiming to improve foundational education began today in the SCERT training hall in Kohima. Giving the keynote address, and Chumjanbini Kikon, director of the SCERT, said the report on the state of foundational literacy and numeracy in India, released on December 16, 2021, revealed a huge gap between the top scoring state in the country, Kerala, with a score of 67.95, and Nagaland with a score of 42.47%. In the Northeast State Category 2, Nagaland State stands only in the 5th position, and the gap is still big compared to Mizoram, the top scoring state in the Northeastern category, with a score of 51.64. This requires immediate attention to the learning outcomes in foundational literacy and numeracy, she added.
Studies show 85% of brain development occurs prior to 6 years in a child. Therefore, it's critical to give emphasis in nurturing the growth of the brain in a child during this period. We all know the kind of education, the system of education followed in the country and in our state. Prior to NEP, focus was not given to FLL, especially in the government school or ECC. But NEP, realizing the importance of giving focus on early childhood care, on foundational literacy and numeracy, on the importance of learning in the foundational years. Focus has been given to ECC and FLN. It will be rote learning without understanding the concepts, without understanding how it happened. Therefore, focus is now being given to foundational literacy and numeracy and early childhood care.
State Mission Director of the Samagra Shiksha, Damson Aro, said the training program is being conducted to provide orientation on the use of the teacher's handbook on foundational literacy and numeracy, teaching learning materials developed by the SCRT for pre-primary students and primary foundational students. This is to achieve universal foundational literacy and numeracy for all children as per the NIPUN Bharat mission's objectives. She said the NEP 2020 gives focus on competence-based learning, experiential learning, joyful learning, toy-based pedagogy and life skills acquisition. All in concern were urged to work hard to ensure that teachers must impart holistic quality education to the students.
The building program is one of the most key initiatives taken up towards achieving foundational literacy and numeracy in the state. The report on the state of foundational literacy and numeracy in India, released on 16 December 2021, has revealed that there is a huge gap between the top scoring state in the country, Kerala, with a score of 67.95. And Nagaland with a score of 42.47. In the Northeast State category, our state stands only in the 5th position, and the gap is still compared to big state like a state like Mizoram.
The hottest ticket in sports gave way to a star-studded crowd at New York's Arthur Ashe Stadium, where Vera Wang, Mike Tyson, Hugh Jackman, Anna Wintour and even Bill Clinton were all on one hand to see Serena Williams begin her final US Open with an easy victory over Tanka Kovanic. Beat Montenegro's Tanka Kovanic 6-3, 6-3 in the US Open's first round on Monday night. Williams, 40, previously said she will evolve away from tennis after the Open to focus on business and family. A long list of celebrities were there, including Mike Tyson, Anna Wintour, Rebel Wilson and Bill Clinton. Tyson was seen smiling alongside retired tennis legend Martina Navratilova and her lapdog. Curiously, Clinton was seen seated next to German-American sex therapist and talk show host Dr. Ruth. Alexis Ohanian was seen with her daughter Olympia, who was sporting her Serena's trademark beads. Williams will continue to play now, facing number 2 seed Anett Kontaveit of Estonia on Wednesday. That's all for now. Keep watching HornbillTV.